Don't you see it? Can you see my upper lip? You don't see it anymore. God says grow the mustache. Don't get yourself in trouble. Your high spirit, your upper lip, you have a swollen upper lip, you got into a fight. You cover the upper lip, it is the Spirit of God. Okay? It's what God created. It's in the beta world. Okay? Covering the upper lip, you see the beta world is above us. So covering the upper lip is like hiding her private parts. And then the bottom lip, okay, it's open. The beard pulls it open, you see it's shiny red. Now in the middle of my beard, okay, if you can see, it goes down, it's like an anchor. Don't you see the anchors that we have? That's for the jack. That's for God's Son. So we have the mustache for the mother, and we have the beard for the Son of God. Therefore, if you say the Son of God is Jesus, that's fine. Call him what you wish. And maybe one day your wish may become true. It just might be a different definition of the same wish. But we all see things a little different. My nose is a little bit longer, a little bit larger. Not too long. Nice and husky. So I look to the end of my nose and I look to the end of my toes. Before I go anywhere, I'm always looking and checking. I don't overdo it. Anyways, what I want to get to is, what is the size, what is a woman's body? What is a perfect body? Is it 34, 28, 34, D, something like that? I'm going to show you one of the reasons for it, okay? I didn't finalize this, but this picture, okay, those colors, the top one is red, God's Spirit. Connected into the center. This is not the final picture, okay? This is just so you're able to see it, otherwise it all gets hidden. So what happens is the red spirit and the yellow spirit connect, creates an orange spirit in the center to the navy blue world. When they blew that bubble with the electricity that they hooked us up to, we became the navy blue. The navy seals, the seals in the poles, the frozen seals, the glaciers. You don't think they're connected? God built everything to connect. Otherwise, how would he know? How would he know? He only got it from a thought. So the thought was, God was always creating. So he got it through the creation. So he created something that was in effect a seal. That's the way it is. I looked up boobs and tits, and those things all relate to the same thing, nurturing mother. That's what it says. I'm not going to explain through the whole thing. I can go over a lot of things. Another thing I want to show you is, I think I got the picture right now. We have a pyramid over here. Okay? Now the pyramid, okay, normally if you're always switching corners, okay, one of those pieces should be missing. So one can move forward and the next two can move. One can move forward, the next one can move. So there has to be a space. So this one I'm showing you the full rotation. This pyramid shows you the life of man and the heavens in one, okay, by showing you all the four corners in here. Okay, otherwise I have to take out one. It's only 3 out of 4 triangles, okay, can go at a time. 3 out of 4 in one world, 3 out of 4 in the other world, 3 and 3 is 6. You have the 6 dice, okay? And what goes between that, those points, each triangle has its own points. It comes to 1 point, okay, from 2 sides. So you call it 2 points. If we were playing matchsticks, it would be 2 points. Forget about the space in between. Let's use sticks, okay? And we build it up. So this would be 6 of 8 worlds, okay, 48. And 6 of 6 would be 36. And 7 by 9 is 63. Anyways, the center, okay, there's something about the center of this pyramid. Somewhere at the top of one of these pyramids, and wherever these pyramids hang out, there's something at the top of one, where the empty space should be. And the empty space should be northeast and northwest, and southeast and southwest. The empty space is between the pyramid there, and the empty space for movement is in the south. That's the way it starts. That's the way my design is. So I'm not going to change that for now. I might be wrong a little bit about something, but really I'm not quite sure if you're even going to understand anything I've told you up to now. But that's okay. Don't you worry. When Starship Enterprise comes in, you're all welcome anyways. Hey, Captain Kirk! Getting around, eh? So, what I wanted to show you is that, oh yes, the other thing is the reason, yes, you have to take a look at this again. Now try and figure out, there's only 3 of them, okay? That center square, imagine it as being Jupiter, okay? These triangles rotate inside and outside, turning around in a triangular formation. That's why they need the empty space there. And they keep rotating, and they're all rotating around Jupiter, okay? There's 1 and 4 and 1 and 4. If you look at only 2 sides, okay, the first 4 are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, connect to this triangular square, thus onto connecting to Jupiter. And then we have Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto connected to the next square. So that would make your block that's in the center, that's next to, in the block right there in the center. So all your planets would be right there. So the bigger picture I drew, okay, which is an 11 by 11, okay. Did I show it properly? Yeah, you're seeing it through the light. Sorry about that. So this picture I drew, in all actuality, look, did you see the center point over there? Okay, that's that 8. That shows 1 world. So this is the size of one of the worlds on 1 part of the 4 parts of the dice that have the top and the bottom, and that's all cubed off. So if I had a calculator and someone to help me remember what I didn't calculate yet, I can probably tell you the size of at least this solar system to start with, compared to the ratio scale they use on the internet. Because basically, God created everything in a circle, in a square, in a circle. Then he put the 3rd circle in the center like a clock so he can measure the outside circles. Then he said it's a time machine. So God made everything to work and to fit into one thing to the next. He taught us how to stretch it out and make sure that it fit so that it wasn't too complicated to make the angle. You only really want a 45-degree angle, right? Otherwise, you're in between. Isn't that the best way to be? The balance is what he's talking about, creation and the balance. What else was I going to tell you? Oh yes, 1010. The reason 1010, in Baccarat they call it all zeros. They call it also 2010, which means the 2 worlds of 10 created the 1 world. Or you can say it's the beta world and it's the alpha world, complete with a creation. A creation is something of some sort, okay, of 2 that calculates to 10. Okay, and you can't tell me 1010 because that's all zeros. Goose eggs, love. So yeah, that's your 8. That's really your world, and it's just extended. It goes right down into your body, and it's all the same thing. If you drive a big car, you don't see a 20-foot car wide by 3 feet. Everything is formation. There's a lot more to talk about. What was on here again? Oh yes, the Big Bang again. Boom, bang. You know what God split space? He made like, you know when you have a lump, right? You breathe and you get too much water and it goes up. Well, God blew up like a hot air balloon and space moves. And he created a bubble. And we're in between space, moving in our own solar system, all rotating around Jupiter. You want to talk about the moons? I've mentioned it in other videos. The moons are iPods. Because if you calculate everything, because there's many scenarios, the first 3 planets, the first 3 numbers, 1, 2, 3, first 3 planets, Mercury, no moon. Venus, no moon. Earth, 1 moon, stop. Bottom of the ladder, change. Why? Because in tic-tac-toe, there's only 3 steps. So you stop. So Earth is in the first 3. So let's call that the month of June. Let's call that the summer season. And then the other 3 planets, and this is how the astrologers, I guess, learned how to do this, because the next three planets are now Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. And Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn on your telephone by letter is DEF. Divide, E-world, formation. Death. But on your telephone, on the old telephones, it's on the number 3. DEF. You see, everything has a formation. If you can remember it and go around and bring it back and back and back and over and over and over, like a diskette in the computer, it's nuts. That's why I don't remember everything and I forget a lot. But that's okay, because every time I forget, I fill it up with something I remember, or something I've learned, or something new. But whatever it is, it's going to get filled up. Because everything fills up in this world. The air fills everything up. There's no space, otherwise it falls. So something filled up something, supporting something. We are supported by the strings of the avatar. Has anybody seen the blue avatar? For the blue world? They were talking about our world. They were showing you what's underneath, and the strands and the roots of the trees that grow out of the earth, out of the matrix down into the secondary world, but we don't see. You see the core of the apple? You got a root in there, and usually you don't eat it to the end, you throw it away. Well, that continues on, my friends, into the next world. It's those apples piled up. Those 3 apples. New York City. The 2 buildings go down, kaboom. But you don't think God knew every road? He created it all. He went outside the bubble to even check, and he knew that man, no way in 6,000 years, can learn what I have created. So, this is to the point we have become the game of Monopoly. For whoever has more, has more. He has the big score. Everyone else just takes the door. Everyone else is just on the floor. You know what? The people of us, they think our lives are just a bore. They think we never score. I don't think we need to get a horse to take us out the door. No, 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 no. You know what we got to do? We just have to understand the truth. And why we need to understand the truth, we have to learn why we need to know. Why do we need to know the truth? What do we want out of life? Well, just go in sections. Let's talk about death. Now, are you wasting your time thinking about death? Don't. Don't. The last breath is always scary. But I've been taking breaths about 72 times a minute right now. My heart rate is going, and I'm still alive. Yeah, it's a scary feeling. Transformation. Transformation in life is always a scary feeling, and that's why our minds change, and that's why my mind has changed, because of a transformation. I pushed my mind too hard one way, and it pushed back. Anyways, Jupiter, Suez Canal, what's out there, Israel? What's out there, man? What's out there? Something from upstairs is out there. There's places, there's tracks in this world that are printed on the pyramids. The top of one of the pyramids might have some stones that move in rotation, like a screw or something. There's something on the top of one of those pyramids, because number 5 has to get in. And I know he's coming from underneath, okay? Because, you know, like they have the rats and they say the devil's in the sewer, but it's not true. God's down in the sewer. Okay, we're floating, don't forget. We're the bubble world, so he's got to be under us, right? Supporting us. And if it was in tic-tac-toe, the number in the tic-tac-toe would say exactly 7, 8, 9, 8. 88. 7 by 9 is 63 of the 2 heavens of 88. 4 corners and 4 corners equal the 8. 88. The alpha world and the beta world have that world. Anyways, I always try to stretch it out to 15 minutes. Usually they jip me, I do it for 15 minutes and I come back and I see they only gave me 4 minutes, like my last 7 videos. I don't want to tell you I know it all, but 5775 right now. I just want to tell you, yes, December 21st of 2011 is 5772 Hebrew, which is like 2012. This December 21st is like 2012 next year. So what are we in for? Will it begin? Is there